Okay, good morning everyone. That's yesterday's haul. We have 3 over here that were split open on the vine. Lucky there's no insects on them. I know they look rotten, but they're not totally rotten. So I'll cut those up and get the goodie out of them. Momo, come on. Oops, I almost forgot. Look out, Tex. Almost forgot my pen. Look out, Mimi. Okay, now down here. Whoops, man, I'm forgetting everything this morning. Oh, I can't walk out there barefooted. Come on, Mo. She's waiting on me to figure out what I'm doing. Hey, let's go this way. Hey. Oh, we'll go out here first. Okay, let's go this way. Come on. Well, I don't know what the temperature is and anything like that. I know today's Friday. So these deer love these cantaloupe. They're not just eating the flora, they're eating the cantaloupe. See? Well, I hope to get their bellies full. I should pick this one. Oh, let's see, is it? No, it's not ready. I'll cover it up. Maybe they won't find it. Anyways, we got lots of oh, look at here. They ate this one. They got after that one. That's funny. They're just going around sampling. You see the rabbit chewed on that one. Right in there. There's a little frog. Yeah, we got to get a fence around. I won't grow any more out here. The onions we can get away with. We're going to plant garlic in this one. Yeah, we may end up, I'm not sure. I don't want to spend the money to build a fence around this garden. We'll see. Run me about $500 to get that, especially with labor. I can't do the work anymore. I can do some labor. I'm good for about, it gets shorter and shorter every year, every season. I'm good for about 3 to 4 hours of hard work. And then I crash. I run out of juice, as they might say. I guess that's part of growing old. I know other guys don't have that problem, and they're older than I am. They still work, still can hold down a job, 8 hour. But I have a lot of injuries. So, plus I have had cancer 3 times. So that makes a difference. So over here, we pulled out those tomatoes. They were very ill. This particular tomato plant had lots of dead limbs on it that we cut off. It's infected with something, I do not know what. But these guys here are still putting on tomatoes. And it's too bad they aren't as big and delicious as last year. Okay, so here's what we're planting this morning. It might be a little bit late, but it's 8-acre cabbage. It's 3 to 4 pounds, 75 to 90 days, full sun, partial shade, 1/4 inch planting depth, 18 to 24 inches. So we just planted some right in here, and then what I do is I just sprinkle the seeds around here, and then I just take this soil and I just sprinkle it around on like this, because you don't want to plant, I have a tendency to plant too deep, so I just Get me a good handful of soil and spread it around like this. Till I think I got a 1/4 inch on here. And then I'm done. I feel like I got enough on here. A lot of this soil here I've made myself out of wood chips and sand and manure, steer manure. So that's enough right there. Okay, so I had already planted some of these red acres, non-GMO heirloom. Axel's Gardens, I really don't know where they're from, but I bought a bunch of these seeds before I started thinking about where they should come from. See, this is Coon Rapids, Minnesota, so not to say that they were there. It's got an 85% germination rate, and it tells you to use by 11/30/25. Now, I have held on to my seeds for many years and then reused them, or used them again, or just used them, excuse me. And as it turns out, they they worked sometimes, right? Okay, that's it. So I just take this thing and I loosen up the soil, and I didn't turn this, so I'm not gonna. And the reason I didn't is because of the potatoes, and they probably won't do any good because the deer. You can see the deer ate the they ate the tops off of them. So we won't plant anything that's not protected. Now, what I've been seeing, these particular deer, and if you look, there's a buck right down there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it's a buck. I'm not sure. It might be a doe. She's only like 30 yards from me. Okay. Oh, it's that little spike. He's the one that's been eating the cantaloupes. So he'll eat just about anything, this guy. I'm not sure what he's eating because I can't see that good anymore, but looks like all them plums that were down there are gone. So they must have ate all the plums. And I think what he's doing there is he's looking for more plums. I've seen that. That other guy wasn't a 3-pointer, it was a forked horn. And I really don't hunt that much anymore. Or I don't. I haven't been deer hunting in many years. Just too many people. There used to be a lot of people. I mean, they didn't used to be a lot of people around here, but now all my old haunts, you go up there and it's like Interstate 5 nowadays. There's people everywhere. The deer don't stand a chance. So I don't do it too much anymore. And it's okay. I'm all right. And you know, in an ideal situation, I probably would, but I don't want to work too hard for it. Some people don't mind working hard to get a deer. I just don't. I'm a lot. I'll be honest with you. I prefer to eat beef. I'm a beef guy. I'm a beefaroni, you might say. So if there's any more seeds, I want to make sure that if there's any more seeds here that want to germinate, look at him. There's a deer down there, Sophia, go get that deer by the throat. And hang on. So I don't really believe you can overwater onions or leeks or any of those bunching onions or chives or any of those that are in that family. I don't think you can overfeed them. Anyway, so overfeed them and overwater them. I don't think you can do that. So it looks like this guy right here is getting ready. He's getting close. These here have been splitting on the bottoms. Maybe they're getting too much water. I don't know why they're splitting. Excuse me for clearing my throat. I have GERD. And again, a deer, they devastated my acorn squash. That was a chance I knew that they might do, so I'm not worried about it. We do have the water off to all these other beds. Each bed has a valve on it that we can shut it down. So we even all of those. So these beds here, you know, there's no sense in leaving the water on when you're not growing anything. So I didn't have no onions the other day, and I come out here and I pulled up a bunch of these bunching onions, and I used them in my taco soup, and they worked real well. Yeah, Sophie, she's kind of thinking this is her own litter box, her own personal litter box. And what's this, pray tell? Oh, it's one of those tomatoes. Okay. Alrighty then. Yeah. One thing and another thing that I noticed about these deer is they are eating the tops. They eat the tops of these. See the main stems, you can eat these little tops right here. They didn't spend a lot of time on them because they're not getting a whole lot. And we must have a long winter ahead of us because these deer are eating anything and everything. I've never seen them eat those plums like they do. I've never seen them eat the cantaloupes, but they're doing it. See, I can go around and I can pluck these off. Nice little snack. This is a male plant. There's a bee in there. So, and those deer, I don't see any ribs on those deer, so they're eating. Yeah, and it's funny because I tried to grow green beans in this bed right here, and they just were not producing any green beans. So after a while, you have to, once you get to a certain point on this stuff, you have to cut your losses. But I'm blown away at these how well these asparagus are doing. They're doing really good. And I haven't fed them in a long time. So that's good soil. It's got everything in it they like. So I'm just curious about those seeds. Oh, yeah, look. There's one right there. Yeah. I messed up and put all my seeds in it, and I dried them all out, and I put them in a bag and in a little baggie and took them out of the drying shed, put them in my pocket, and then when I washed clothes, I forgot about them. And now I check my pockets every time before I wash clothes. Anyway, so, all right. So all of these in this line right here, these are bok choy, okay? And these guys, everything outside that, I'm sure is mustard greens, and I really like mustard greens, and I'm glad to see them still growing there, so they can keep coming. Oh, that's broken. All right. Bok choy all along there. Hopefully we have time. We should, according to the days it takes to mature. See what this guy's doing. Oh, he's not any good. Those deer ate all those funky watermelons I threw over the bank. Cantaloupe up the wazoo. Okay, I don't see any ripe ones today. We harvested a lot of ripe ones yesterday. She knows how to get out of there. She's got her places she goes in and out. Are you gonna come out? She comes out right there. Watch. Come on. Atta girl. So, I got distracted. I wanted to check that into the garden and see how much. Oh. Okay. Red acre. Cabbage. What is today's date? I'm gonna say it's the 30th. Now we're gonna say pounds. $75 to 90 days. Inches. How many do we get for? It says full sun, part shade. So I like to write down all that information on there. %. So there's 200 seeds in there, and you're not going to use over 200 seeds, believe me, if you have a small garden like I got, unless you're commercially growing, and then you don't want to buy these packets anyways. You want to go to a seed provider, that commercial seed provider. And I don't remember where I got these. Alex's Garden Seed. Axes, not Alex's. Axles. My eyes are going. Okay. Yeah, I don't see a germination rate on here. I don't. So we know we planted them on the 30th. I think it's the 30th. Heck, it might be the 29th. Close enough. Okay. So here we go. We have the same thing. Heirloom. Red acre cabbage. We planted on 85%. Probably the same thing. Probably axles. That's something I didn't write down on it. Okay, we'll just leave that laying there for now. It's empty. Okay, so we have some grown right in here, 18 to 24s, and we got some right in here. And it looks like about 18 inches. We put most of them back here further, so that'll give us 18 inches from each direction. Offset them. Should offset these right here, and I didn't. But that's a good spread right there. Anyways, yeah, these guys need to be fertilized again. I need to give them some Miracle-Gro and then soak it in there. So I'll do that, but I'm not going to do it on camera. Anyway, so we have one of those brassicas coming up. So another red acre cabbage. I'm real partial to red acre cabbage, can you tell? So, see, these were planted on 18. This was planted on 8/19. And when you see this is 7 to 14 days, Fairy Morris Brussels sprouts. So we have Brussels sprouts right along here. So these are all cool weather, and I'm hoping that I got them planted in time. Maybe some of these should have been planted in July, but I didn't have room. So sometimes you got to cut your losses on some of these. This guy's doing real well. This one here is finally producing. It hasn't produced all summer. It's kind of funny. And I got it worked out into a double stem. And these are all cherry tomatoes here. Those over there, they don't taste very good. These right here are good. They are really good. Good tomato flavor. Oh, is that so good? I'm gonna stake these guys up. This one I'm not. He's okay because he's resting on that over there. But this one's okay because it's resting on the side. These are kind of close together. This one here is laying over. I'm gonna leave him be. You know, if they're okay, if they're laying over and they're okay, I leave them be. You know, I don't mess around with them too much. Let them grow. So yeah, I need to harvest these cherry tomatoes. So I'm gonna chop the tomatoes up those little ones that I had. I'll chop them up and freeze them. And then you take them out of the freezer and you make salsa with them. This is what I'm gonna do. So that's what a lot of my friends do with them. I had so many last year, I was able to make tomato sauce, and looks like this Malabar spinach is doing real well. Make sure there's no critters on there. Some of them critters are spicy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something with this. This is not good. It's leaning over on my Malabar spinach. And then here's this lone. Oh, look, he's got spinach growing, wrapping around him. So I'm gonna let him grow just like that. That's a big beef, but you know, he had to volunteer from seed. Oh, I see something I need to do with him right away. We want to continue to cut those suckers off. And this one here is my experimental plant. This is the one that grew from a volunteer, and it grew from seed. So here we have this. Maybe I can get it from the other side better. Oh yeah. See that? That's what they call a sucker. And I want it to go one stem only. Not like over there where I let them double up and triple up on those suckers. I let them grow. Maybe that's why I'm not getting no tomatoes. But this guy right here, this is experiment. Yeah, we definitely want keep these shade leaves that are that are done. I want to keep them off. Be careful here. There's that stem growing off of here. I'm gonna leave it be till I get two hands in there. So if you notice, here's another little sucker right here. Taking it off. We don't want any suckers in there. We want these guys to grow tomatoes, not bush. Anyway, so I'm waiting for these to blossom. They're supposed to have red blossoms on them, and that's the stuff you make the tea out of. So this here is hibiscus. They make tea out of this stuff. So it is red hibiscus roselle. And that was planted on 510. So the reason we put these filter fabrics over these guardrails, because they get really hot in the hottest part of the summer, say in July, like back when we had 120 degrees around here. Those, what was it, 20 some days that we had that were extremely hot. Well, it stunted my fruit trees. It stunted my garden. When it's too hot, some of this stuff doesn't like it really hot. So looking forward here to harvesting these guys when they get big. I think they're yellow onions. Yeah, see, it says yellow. Anyway, so we're waiting for them to turn yellow. This is a yellow onion here too. I'm sure. Oh, what's this? A little bit of scald. Anyways, hey you Mo. So I planted snowbird peas right here so that they'll grow up over this. I'm gonna get another one of these, or I'm gonna make another one of these hoops, put it in over there, and get these snow peas to growing. These are called snowbirds, so that tells me they're snow peas. They'll grow throughout the winter. I grew some over on this bed right here on this truss right here last year. So we'll do the same thing here. And I got about 2 pounds of peas for split pea soup. Anyway, so here we go. All right, I think that's it. Not really, it's pretty. Should have filmed my harvest. Well, I was doing it yesterday. I should have set up my tripod and all that, but I'm lazy. Looking good though. Still don't have any pumpkins coming on there. Mostly all foliage. We don't want to take that out. We want to leave the blossoms for the bees. So let's take a look at our mint. We have a plum tree down there. It's actually a pluot tree. It's a late pluot. So I don't see any bees on this. There's one right there. Boy, I don't know where all the bees disappeared to. I don't spray too often, and not unless they really get infested heavy with whitefly and aphids. I don't really. Look at this thing's getting rotten. Anyhow, so yeah, this is mint. This is marigolds right here, but this is mint right here. The bees were just going crazy over this mint. That's going to be some good honey, whoever has those honey trees. We have, are those aphids? Doesn't feel, no, that's not aphids. No, that's not aphids. Doesn't smell like aphids. Aphids have a smell to them too. Yeah, marigolds are really bending over. So we want to leave the marigolds for the bees, but there is some bees on there. Oh, there's a bumblebee. We have wild bumblebee nests around on the property here. We have 20 acres, and they're moving slow. They might be getting sick. Anyways, I'm not going to spray anymore this year. I'm just going to pull the infested shit out and start over. Infested stuff, I should say. Hello, Mo. This place is our refuge here. It's very, very, very peaceful here. We love it here at this home. This is our home. The big sky windows. Okay, so here we are. Planted some snowbird, I already said that. Okay, I'm gonna water the fresh planted stuff and go in and get myself some breakfast. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.